The terrible sound of gunfire, this time aimed at members of Congress practicing for a charity baseball game. Good to have you with us, everybody. I'm Kimberly Gill, live in Washington, D.C., where two congressmen from Michigan are speaking out about what they witnessed on that baseball field in Virginia this morning. I'm
Devin Skillian back here in Detroit. First, Kim, here's where things stand right now at this hour. 4 people were shot by the gunman, House Majority Whip Steve Scalise, a Capitol police officer, 1 congressional staffer, and a Michigan native, Matt Micah, a lobbyist for Tyson Foods.
Yeah, the gunman is 66-year-old James Hodgkinson, a man with a violent criminal history who the FBI believes has been living out of his car in the Alexandria area since March. He was brought down by the Capitol Police, and just about every witness that we've heard from today described the actions of those officers this morning as heroic. Now, I had an opportunity to speak with 2 people who saw what happened, Representatives Mike Bishop and Jack Bergman. Here's a listen at what they said and how they described what unfolded this morning.
I was at home plate, as were many of us, because we were going to batting practice. There were some folks in the infield as well. I believe he fired at the third baseman and missed. He was so close, I don't know how he missed.
I was standing next to the batting cage. I was next in line, and when I heard a pop, but 2 seconds later there was a second pop, and it was pretty obvious, especially to those of us who've ever handled weapons. It was a rifle shot.
And I saw Trent coming running over, and he yelled shooter, and everybody hit the deck.
And somebody yelled shooter. People started to dive, and you could tell from where I was standing that the sound came from behind the third base dugout.
Complete chaos on the baseball field early this morning. A horrible scene. 4 people shot, but the congressmen both agree it could have been much worse if not for the Capitol Police serving as security detail for Congressman Scalise.
They are the true heroes here because they assessed the situation. They didn't know whether they had one shooter or multiple shooters, whether they're walking into an ambush, but they assessed it quickly, made the right decision, took him down.
If they hadn't come in when they came in, we would have had no chance. We were sitting ducks, and we had no cover whatsoever.
If Congressman Scalise had not been there with us today, that security detail, which was his, would not have been there, and we would have had a mass casualty incident on our hands because there would have been no one to protect us.
Just a really scary chain of events that happened there. Now, Michigan native Matthew Micah is listed in critical condition following surgery tonight. He was the most seriously injured, taking at least 3 bullets to the chest. Local 4's Rod Maloney has been working to find out exactly who Matt is. He joins us live downtown with more on this story. Rod?
Yeah, Kimberly, and the family, the Micah family, just put out a statement just a few minutes ago where they say that he is in the intensive care unit, going to stay there for the next couple of days. Certainly their prayers and the prayers of everybody who knows him are with him at this point. In the meantime, we are told that baseball is the thing that sort of animates Matt Micah's life. Mickey Blashfield, one of his friends who is a well-known media relations guy in this town, talks about baseball and their relationship.
The last time I saw Matt, he was in town and we saw a hockey game together, and he brought me an autographed baseball. Baseball was his big passion.
Politics are the other. He started in Lansing and ended up in Washington, D.C. with Republican Congressman Tim Walberg and Dave Camp, who both retired. Then he went on to work as the governmental relations director for Tyson Foods. That's his current job. Blashfield says his calling card is his affable nature and work ethic.
Matt is always a dedicated staffer, a wonderful friend, and he'd make you leave his office smiling.
Matt Micah lived in this house on Spring Hill Drive in Southfield, grew up there, spent a lot of time at Margie Mason's house across the street, where he made a very strong impression.
Very nice guy, always cared about everybody, and, you know, I have very fond thoughts, and I'm sending him good vibes.
Matt spent most of the day in the hospital in surgery. His family jetted to D.C. to be by his side. Margie joined everyone who knows him with a message.
You are in our prayers. Matt is a very strong individual, and I'm confident he will pull through this.
Matt went to Southfield Lathrop High School. He graduated from there, went on to Adrian College, and then on to Western Michigan for a master's in political science. And everybody we've talked to about Matt says the same thing, that he's just one of those guys you like hanging out with, really good guy, high character, and they enjoyed being with him. And again, the prayers are all with him tonight. Reporting live downtown, Rod Maloney, Local 4.